Good afternoon, guys. Glad you could make it. I have something very special planned for you, and I hope you'll like it. We're going to have the party do something I've been planning for ever since Session Zero. It's something that might not be popular in video games, but it's fun in roleplay like Dungeons and Dragons. I trust you'll be enthusiastic about it, as am I.
Oh, you bet. I texted the group on Discord to get prepared for today, and I'm hyped, Barack. We're going to have so much fun doing this. I have my list of spells properly done as well, so here goes. Acid Splash, Create Bonfire, Mold Earth, and Mending for my cantrips. My first level spells are Chromatic Orb and Mage Armor. By the way, Barry, when we start, I am going to have Amiro precast Mage Armor since it lasts a whole day, if that's okay with you.
Oh, that's more than fine, my friend. And yes, the spell lasts 8 hours, so you'll definitely need it for what I have planned.
Oh boy, I'm excited, man. Can't wait to have fun today.
Yeah, both of you zip it. Torvald is itching to kill more clankers and get women.
I doubt it with your low charisma, Donny boy. Anyway, it's time for me to share my spell list for clarity. I forgot to mention this when we talked about our characters, but I also chose Pact of the Tome for Rixlow, meaning I get 5 whole cantrips, boys and girls. My cantrips are Eldritch Blast, obviously, Toll the Dead, Frostbite, Mage Hand, and Infestation. I think Infestation is an underrated spell that needs to be taken more. My first level spells are Arms of Hadar and Armor of Agathis. Granted, since my patron is Hadar, I think Arms of Hadar is fitting. Bush, why don't you show off your spells? A light domain cleric surely has some good spells, so hit us with your best shot, my friend.
All right, it's my turn. Finally, chat. Pastini has some decent spells for his cantrips. We got Spare the Dying for stabilization, Word of Radiance for that nuke aesthetic, Sacred Flame, and the light cantrip for free because Pastini is a frickin' light domain cleric, baby. My first level spells are Burning Hands and Fairy Fire. Those two come with my divine domain, of course. Then there's Healing Word and Bless for the typical cleric stuff. Now, Barry, let's get the session started. I can tell Donald is itching to do this as well.
You bet your sweet and sweaty bippy I am. Let's do this. Torvald needs to slam enemies with his greatsword and flex his muscles at the ladies.
Ha 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 ha. All right, guys, here we go. You are still in the tavern after the celebrations the day before. You're all sharing stories when a friend of the chef you saved walks up to you. He's a dark-skinned gnome with several tools and a pet owl on his shoulder.
Greetings, friends. I am Ganil, the artificer, and that chef is one of my friends. I heard from him about how you saved his life from Coglin's nasty creatures. I will admit, a mixture of metal and flesh. How dreary. Now I have a simple task for you if you're willing. I have a carriage full of parts meant for Obi City, and with the problems with Coglins and other creatures, I think you 4 will be perfect to assist me. I am willing to pay you in gold for your troubles. What do you say?
I snicker at the name of the city the gnome is talking about and prepare to sip my drink when he mentions gold as payment. I stop before I drink and turn to him, my mighty belt towering over him. Even as I sit down at the tavern table, I smile and nod. Listen, sir, I will help you as well as my companions. We will assist you with your journey to this city.
Thank you, fair barbarian. You are truly a kind and virtuous soul. Let us head out of the bar and get to the carriage full of parts. I have a feeling we're going to have to use your skills later.
I will cast Mage Armor on myself in preparation for the long journey. I want to make sure we have every precaution set.
All right, you cast the spell, and your robes start to glow with the protective spell. Now, guys, you all get up and follow Ganil out of the bar and to the limits of the village where he reveals his wagon of parts to be sold at Obi City. You marvel at the parts as they are technology you are not used to seeing.
May I roll a perception check to see if I know what some of the parts are for? I think it makes sense with Amiro being a clockwork soul sorcerer of Barack.
Of course, John, feel free to make a perception check. Also, good eye, too. It does make sense, but you'll still have to roll because it's fair for everyone.
Okay, Barack. What do I get with a 16?
Well, with a 16, you can clearly tell that some of the parts are for airships you have seen in drawings and schematics in the past. Honestly, this is a great roll because you are going to have a lot of fun in Obi City.
Sweet. I take note of the use for the parts and write it down in a tiny notebook. I carry on my person, quietly remarking at how this is a wonderful discovery that will likely serve me later in a good way.
As we walk with Ganil, I float over and sit on Torvald's shoulder. I hope you don't mind me using you as transport, Torvald.
Oh, Pastini, you are perfectly fine, my friend. Feel free to rest up on my amazing shoulder while I majestically carry you to Obi City.
As Pastini and Torvald are chatting, I take the time to look at our surroundings, watching out for anything that could threaten the transport of parts. I don't want to get the parts destroyed or lost, as well as how we need to keep Ganil safe.
Perfect. Please roll a perception check, Bill. For the inexperienced viewers, he needs to pass a check to see if anything is there that could hurt the party. But even if he succeeds, he might not get much in the way of knowing what's there. Okay, Bill, now that I'm done explaining to the viewers, please roll for me.
Haha, damn man, even with my modifier I only got a 9. This isn't gonna end well, I guess, but hey, I'm still prepared to put belt to ass if need be, my friends.
Haha, okay. With a 9, you cannot see anything clearly, but you hear a rustle in the bushes, passing it off as an animal looking for food. It doesn't worry you in the slightest, and you keep journeying for a few hours until you see the cart stop near a village.
I would be careful. That village is troublesome. It's led by a gnome named Couchy, and he is not a good gnome. We are going to take a detour. It'll only take another hour.
Couchy is a funny name, but I'll take your word for it. Good sir, we will accommodate your requests and head in an alternative direction.
As you all turn left into a detour to avoid the village Couchy has control over, you find yourselves in a confusing neck of the woods. But Ganil does not look worried much. In fact, he looks rather relieved and confident in his ability to guide you to where you need to go. However, as you walk, he hushes you all.
This is where we need to be extremely careful, friends. Ayers are known to inhabit this part of the woods. They are dangerous aberrations, walking eyeballs with powerful magic that take gold and jewels from whoever they defeat. What they do with the gold is unknown because they don't have a known economy, but I swear they're up to no good, my friends, so be on the lookout.
With Torvald's height, can I look for these Ayers that Ganil was talking about? I want to see what they look like and if any are coming for us.
No need. As the horses pulling the carriage step on a branch, the large bushes rustle and you all feel like you're being watched. When without warning, 2 hideous, 7-foot-tall beings that appear to be giant eyeballs with arms and legs pop out into your view. They march into the front of the carriage and it halts in its tracks. Roll for initiative, fellas. This is going to be a real doozy. All right, the order of combat is Donnie, the second ire, Bush, Bill, and Kennedy, then the first ire. Donald, you're up. What do you do?
I flex my bulging muscles and yell out a battle cry for the ages. My veins in my arms bulge as my muscles flex, and you see me rage. That's right, I frickin' rage, guys. I run up to the ugly damn ire on the left of the carriage and swing at it with my greatsword. Come on, dice, don't fail me now. Sweet. Barack, time to roll for damage. Can't wait to pop these suckers in the eye.
That would be true, Donald, but the ire you attack casts shield as a reaction, deflecting your blow with a mystical barrier.
Right, I forgot these things are magical. Well, I pass my turn.
All right, the ire on the right, the second ire that is, raises its hand and sparks shoot out. Then a bolt of fire shoots out towards Amiro. The ire looks angry, even though it doesn't have facial expressions. You can just tell. Phew, a 10. The firebolt misses Kennedy and strikes a rock. The moss on the rock smoldering and smoking. Next up is Bush. Have at it, buddy.
Thanks, Barry. I will cast Burning Hands at the ire that attacked Kennedy. The ire will have to make a dexterity saving throw or take full damage.
Damn, that's a scary roll, Bush, a 23. The poor ire only rolled a 12. Roll for damage, please. I'm honestly excited to see how this pans out. Good job, 10 damage. With a roll of 10, the Burning Hands takes effect. The cone of fire shoots out from your fingers and blazes the eyeball with arms and legs. It has horrifying gurgles of pain as the water protecting its eye boils and hurts it. When the smoke clears, the ire is burnt, bloodshot but alive, and even angrier than before. Bill it. It's your turn now. Let's see what Rixlow really can do.
I cast Toll the Dead on the injured ire, hoping to finish it off and make this fight easier for us. The ire must make a wisdom saving throw now.
Okay, the ire fails its wisdom, save with its roll of 10, and it will take the damage. Please roll the damage now, Bill, to see if you kill this ire. All right, how do you want to do this, Bill? You rolled for 9 damage, so you kill it, but I want to know how you kill it.
The bell rings and the ire clutches itself, its blood vessels bursting as it eventually collapses in a pool of blood, dying from the massive internal injury it received from my spell attack.
Damn, man, you gave it a stroke. That's so gnarly. I love it. I think Kennedy boy is up next. So, Kennedy, have at it, my friend.
That's correct. Kennedy, it's your turn now. Feel free to attack and do as you please.
Well, I cast Chromatic Orb with fire damage at the uninjured ire. Here goes. Seeing as my comrades killed the first monstrous being in no time flat, I focus my arcane focus at the remaining ire, and a ball of red energy forms and fires at it. Frickin' sweet. The spell definitely hits the ugly eyeball now.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. Roll for damage, friend, and see how hard this hurts. With a total of 12 damage, the red ball of fire that isn't the spell fireball hits the ire in the leg, greatly damaging the ire. It's injured, and it looks like it's on its last leg, so to speak. Now it's the ire's turn. It sees blood and casts Lightning Lure at Bush. Bush, make a strength saving throw.
Okay, I take no damage, and it's Donnie's turn now. I think, yeah, it's Donald's turn.
With my big sexy muscles, I swing my greatsword down on the ire, hoping to pop it like a water balloon.
But okay, roll to attack the ire, Donnie. Fingers crossed.
Fine, I roll to attack the ire.
Roll for damage now. Since you rolled a 16, my friend. All right, okay. How do you want to do this, friend?
With my overflowing might, I yell out and raise my greatsword and stab it into the eye of the ire. Pulling it out to reveal my sword covered in the aqueous liquid, I swing my sword to clean it as the ire falls down dead.
Wow, you boys are strong. Glad to have the four of you on my side. That was a quick fight, and honestly, I'm glad I and my cargo are okay. Are any of you injured?
I look around at the group and realize we're unharmed. I turn to Ganil and speak. Those things weren't that strong, gnome. Don't worry, we'll be fine.
Ah, I see. Thank you, Barbarian. Do you have a name?
I am the great Torvald Damp. I fight with my astounding muscles and sword skills.
I am Rixlow Starborn. I'm a magic caster who delves into the dark arts.
I am Pastini Orlok, a healer who is with this party now. However, my specialty is in light and fire, for my deity is Apollo.
Amiro Kavanika, a sorcerer. I am having a great time with all of you and hope we get to Obi City safely.
Well, it's a pleasure to have met you all. We're almost in Obi City. I'll pay you when we get there, guys.
All right, after another hour and a half of traveling, you eventually arrive in Obi City. It's a beautiful city with floating islands, bridges interconnect these islands, and commerce on horse and buggy, as well as through blimps like how Kennedy figured out when he checked the parts Gaineel is transporting. It's currently around 5:30 in the afternoon, and the atmosphere is crisp, and the scent of apples is in the air. There's currently a small festival and farmer's market going on in the leftmost floating island, and the governor of the city is standing over the balcony of his building. He's a tall and kind-looking middle-aged man who wears a red and blue striped suit. He sees Gaineel and your group and has the gate open for you.
We're going to the shop where the blimps are made. That's what the parts are for. Apologies for not clarifying earlier, friends.
Don't sweat it, Ganil. Man, this place is bigger and more grand than my tribal home. Never seen anything like it. I better be careful so as to not break anything.
Don't worry, Torvald, you're going to be fine. We're here to help you around. Rixlow, have you ever been in big cities like this?
I wish Amiro I'm from Greenhest, and it while large is nothing like this. No floating islands, no flying machines, none of this extraordinary stuff I'm seeing.
Wow, Greenhest, that's a beautiful town from what I've heard. So much farmland and wildlife. Honestly, I'm a little envious. Rixlow, I'm from the Feywild and was kicked out for being too nice as fairies don't have the best reputation in some parts.
That is true, Mr. Pastini, but I won't hold you to the stereotypes. You're you, and that's what matters. Now then, we're here, gentlemen. Be on your best behavior. These artificers are like sharks.
As you all carefully make your way into the factory, you all see a kobold working on a blimp. He hears you come in, and without even turning around, says,
Put the parts on the receiver, Ganil. Tell the big guy not to touch anything. The casters are fine, though. Especially the fairy.
Huh. How did he know about any of us? That doesn't make any sense.
I got me a magic eye that lets me sense things without seeing them. Sure helps me tons because I'm blind and all.
Wow, a blind artificer? That's genuinely impressive. How long have you been blind? If I may ask, good sir?
Blind since the day I hatched. Ma told me it was because she was sick when she was pregnant. Makes sense since I was the only survivor of her clutch that year. Shame, Ma was heartbroken for a while too. Love her to death though.
You got a name, or are you going to keep trauma dumping on us?
I is Shabib, always been Shabib. Ma named me that because it was my dad's name. Who are you lot?
I am Torvald. These are Amiro, Rixlow, and Pastini. We're a traveling adventure group that recently dealt with a Coglin threat in a tavern basement.
Yuck. Hate those nasty Coglins. They bad for business. Always trying to take copper and catalytics from my machines.
Okay, out of character for a second, Barack. Are Coglins essentially meth heads?
Good! Aye, Donald. I put that in there to see who got it first. Back to the game, though.
Oh, I agree. Tova went and paid us 50 gold and some gems to deal with them.
Don't like her. Treating that poor goblin like that. Who does that woman think she is? Us goblinoids are going extinct, and she's damn near working that one to death.
Oh, I agree with you, Shabib. I promised myself I would find a way to free Galia from her bonds no matter the cost.
You'd be able to do that in Tana City, methinks. There's a way to free slaves there.
Tana City? Would Rixlow know anything about that?
Roll a history check for me, please. Rixlow. With a 16, you dig deep into the recesses of your memories and remember that Tennessee is a massive trading hub with plenty of common and rare resources. It has no floating islands or magic blimps, but it does have a strong military presence. With an official army and several militias, they are quite militarily dominant.
Bet anyways, who would I talk to about freeing Galia?
You'd best be off talking to Miss Shinbone. She's the best damn healer I've ever seen, but she's weird.
Weird? How so? Like how the Coglins and Ayers were weird, or just weird?
She just is rather not get into it now, pay them Ganil. If they can defeat Coglins, they deserve something.
We also killed 2 of these ugly monsters called Ayers. Hideous, I say. Nearly puked. Killing one.
Ayers? You guys have some experience. Give them a little extra on me, Ganil.
As you wish, my friend. Come right this way, gentlemen, and you'll each receive your pay plus a little bonus from Shabib. He's right. Most people can't defeat Ayers because of their magical abilities, so people just avoid where they have it at all costs.
All right, guys, as Ganil takes you to where you'll be paid, you can hear him mumbling to himself. Sounds like nothing but the ramblings of an old man, though, but you can hear him talking about Ayers at the end. He hands each of you a pouch of coin.
Each of you gets 40 gold pieces and a ruby. The rubies are the bonus. There's a jeweler in Tenna where you can get the gems placed into rings for a fair price. So I highly recommend you go there next. When you're done here, but I recommend resting up.
You can see a balding man in heavy armor appear in a frantic moment. Help me. There are Coglins in my basement. They're stealing all my trophies. I am Bernardo, captain of the guard here in Obi, and I'll pay for some assistance.
Excuse me. How many of them are there, Captain Bernardo?
There's 6 of them. Please hurry before they take everything. I managed to kill 2 of them, but I'm old, and there's too many.
Calm down. We'll help you. Let's make haste.
As you all pack away your new gold, you head out to Bernardo's house, where you'll see a Coglin in the basement window. It spots you and shouts to the others. They all burst out of the basement doors carrying maces. Please roll for initiative, everyone. All right, the order is Bill, Bernardo, the Coglins, Bush, then Kennedy, and Donald. Bill, you're up first. What do you do?
Perfect, my time to shine. I'm going to run up to get as close to as many of them as possible and cast Arms of Hadar at them. I am within range of 3 of them, so they'll have to make a strength saving throw to succeed.
They failed. Roll for damage, Bill. And good job.
Hot diggity dog, hopefully that kills them outright or they're going to be pissed.
Don't worry, the 3 Coglins you hit with the tendrils of darkness all instantly die. Their lifeless bodies, falling to the ground, crumpled and powerless.
All right, that's my turn, Bernie. It's your go, and thanks for coming along to be an NPC for us.
No problem, Bill. Now what I'm going to do is move to the nearest Coglin and swing at it with my greatsword. Barry, does that hit? Only rolled an 11, so I'm not too sure. I mainly play Pathfinder these days, so I'm not used to Dungeons and Dragons.
That's fine, Bernie. Don't worry, you hit the Coglin. Roll for damage, friend. With a total of 9 damage, you damn near kill the Coglin in 1 hit, your blade revealing the mechanisms that replaced its heart.
I'm going to action surge and attack again. I'm not going to let these foolish Coglins take my valuables.
Hell yeah. That's right. Roll for damage.
To save you time, Barack, I'm going to cut the Coglin in half. Its halves fall to the ground, cut it in half horizontal.
Thanks, Bernie. That was nice. Anyway, there's 2 Coglins left. The first one runs towards Torvald and swings with its mace. Unfortunately, that's a hit, Donnie. At least it isn't a critical hit.
That's fine. I am not upset at all. I'll take the hit for real, on God. How much damage do I take?
Mark that down for 5 damage on your sheet, Donnie. Glad you're being reasonable, too. Much more so than when we played Fortnite 3 weeks ago.
Please don't bring that up. It was so embarrassing. I cannot believe I got no scope by Sleepy Joe. It's like he was the White Death on Hunter's crack. It was absolutely crazy. I tell you.
Skipping past how you know the goat Simo, the next Coglin attacks Bernardo. Oof, my dude, as the Coglin strikes true with a 17 to hit and a 4 for damage. It cuts into your arm with the spikes on its mace, digging a gash that seeps into your underclothes and your blood drips onto the floor.
Damn it, Barack. Fine, whatever. I'm only an NPC anyway. I'll hopefully be fine.
Yeah, here's hoping. Anyways, it's Bush's turn. Bushy boy, you're up. Light him up, bro.
Hell yeah, let's burn this candle. I cast Burning Hands on the Coglin in front of me. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw or take full damage.
Man, I need to get new dice. These ones are unlucky as hell. Anyway, you hit for full damage on the Coglin. Please roll for damage. With a damage roll of 10, you completely immolate the Coglin, burning its flesh to ash and melting its metal bits, leaving nothing but a pile of ash and a smoldering puddle of slag.
Hell yeah, kick-ass. You incinerated that monster. Now I think it's Bill or Kennedy's turn. I forgot, honestly.
It's Kennedy's turn. Donald, please be a better notes taker. Don't emulate your character in real life. Character bleed is never fun for anyone.
My apologies, Kennedy. It's your turn, Brozef. Sorry for interrupting you so much, my guy.
Hey, don't sweat it, Donnie. I'm happy we do this often. You're a good smoke buddy, and we should hotbox again soon. We should even get Nixon in on this.
Nixon might. I'll ask him later. Kennedy, your turn.
Oh, geez, my bad, man. I moved close to the last two Coglins and cast Chromatic Orb with fire damage this time. I hope the spell bounces like last time, and I remembered what Bill and Donnie said, so fire is effective against them, right?
Correct, Kennedy. I actually forgot that when Bush was having his turn, so the effect I have planned won't happen with the Coglin.
He killed.
Anyway, you cast the spell, roll to hit. All right, that's a 16, so a hit roll for damage. Remember, if two of the numbers match, the spell bounces and you roll damage again. Since these guys have a weakness to fire, so roll 68 for me. Well, goddamn, that is a lot of damage. The spell causes the Coglin to explode, sending shrapnel everywhere. Kennedy, please make a dexterity saving throw.
Hoping that's a success. Was not expecting that to be the effect you mentioned, Barry.
It's a success. Don't worry, buddy. You managed to barely dodge the explosion, as the spell bounces to the remaining Coglin, who, if it could, would wet itself in fear. Roll to kill. Not going to bother saying roll for damage unless you manage to roll 6 ones, but the odds are astronomical for that. This Coglin explodes too. Since it's near Torvald, I'll have you roll a dex save too, buddy. Gosh, guys, you roll really well. That was a 16 with your modifier, Donald. Anywho, Donnie, you managed to dodge despite your size.
Woohoo! You all saw it first, folks. Torvald Domp is a frickin' ballerina.
As you all chatter after surviving the explosions, you realize that Bernardo is looking at the hole in his basement wall, mumbling softly about how expensive this and his healing will be.
I cast Mold Earth to patch up the hole in his wall temporarily. Turning to see Bernardo, I approach him.
Damn it, this is going to leave a nasty scar. I truly appreciate the assistance, boys. Your group are real heroes.
I take him to a well to wash his wound with clean water and use my healer's kit to stitch up and bandage him. Smiling softly, I nod. Now that it's treated, the wound will be cheaper to fix.
Thanks. What was your name again? Admittedly, I'm quite old and forget sometimes, so could you remind me?
I am Pastini Orlok. The others are Torvald Domp, Amiro Kavanica, and Rixlow Starborn.
Thank you all. I don't have any coin on me at the moment, but you may have some of my treasures from decades of fighting. I'll be right back.
Bernardo turns and heads into his house, heading into the basement. He rummages through it for a few minutes before coming back out with a lumpy satchel.
I reach into the satchel and hand Torvald a small golden statuette, Rixlow a gem, Pastini a bracelet that he could likely wear as a circlet, and Amiro, you get a ring with gems on it. These are all very valuable. Feel free to sell them off at any stores you come across. I can tell you 4 are still green around the ears, so you have a long way to go. As for me, I'll be off to the bank to get gold, to go to the clerics, to get my wound healed. You 4 are going to be legendary. I can tell. Have fun, boys, and be careful. You never know what you'll run into in your travels.
Thanks, Bernie. Have fun playing Skyrim later.
Oh, for sure, Barack. I'm definitely going to enjoy it. Let's play Elder Scrolls Online sometime soon.
Sure thing. See ya, Bernie. Now, gang, you all take a moment to marvel at your treasures as Bernardo returns to his abode. Then as a group, you all decide to keep your treasures separate, so if one of you gets robbed, the others aren't screwed out a coin.
This statuette is really neat. I'll find a way to thank Captain Bernardo one day. Guys, let's go to a shop and try to haggle. I think we could use a few healing potions.
Well, most certainly. Saves magic for when it's necessary, by the way. Barry, how are we treating potions in this campaign?
You may use a healing potion as a bonus action here. None of that action per potion crap that most people do. Never really like that anyway.
That's fair. Okay, team. To the shops. We can sell off our prizes and buy some decent potions there.
Sure, let's go Pastini. Amiro, Rixlow, come on, we're burning daylight.
As the 4 of you talk amongst yourselves, you finally decide to head over to the shops, looking around. They all look good to you all.
I think we should go into the best reputed shop. It's got to be the best for Torvald.
I think we should go into the shop with the best price range.
Bro, I just want to buy stuff already. Let's just go into that shop. I point to the shop behind us with the sign that has gold inlays.
You point to the Emporium, a grand-looking shop from the outside, beautiful marble, and the windows are lined with fancy merchandise. Do you all want to enter?
Yes, of course it has. The biggest and the best sign. Emporiums always have the best stuff. You heard it here first, folks.
As you all venture into the Emporium, you can tell it's the best store out of the bunch. The shelves are wall to wall with expensive items and some unusual apparel for the wealthy. At the counter is a smiling older human who seems to greet you with open arms. Even Torvald, who looks like a bull in a china shop. He ushers you all to come to him, and when you get there, he eagerly shakes each of your hands.
Greetings, friends. I see you have some trinkets. Do you mind if I take a look at them? I can appraise them and maybe buy them from you if the need arrives.
Hello, sir. Yes, we have trinkets, and I will gladly give you mine. I hand over the bracelet I was given to the old man, and after that I fly and carry each of the other treasures to the old human in the Emporium.
As the fairy gives me their trinkets, I take a good long look at each and every single one of them. Chuckling softly, I clap my hands together and nod at each of them, happy to give them good news. All right, boys, you have brought some pretty valuable items. I appraised a grand total of 1,000 gold pieces. The ring was the most expensive thing. Believe it or not, the gem too, but I gave you all a good price.
Holy crap. 1,000 gold pieces, guys. We can get good stuff with this. We can get more than potions as well. Maybe some low-level magic items or spell scrolls.
Oh, you want spell scrolls? I have one I got in a game of dice a few years ago. It should still work. It's a scroll of fireball. I'll give it to you for 150 gold. Since I don't know if it still works or if it's still as potent.
I could take that. We could use it as a last resort against something big, just not against any Coglins, because I do not want to deal with Coglin nukes again. That nearly killed all of us. Just because they're weak to fire doesn't mean they don't have their ways to deal with those who can work around their weakness.
Old man, do you have any potions of healing? We could use a few to save on magic from Pastini here.
Oh, I have a few. Let's say you need 6 plus the scroll. That's a total of 450 gold pieces. So I'll give you 550 and the items you need, and we'll call it even. Sound good?
Sounds perfect, Gramps. We'll wait here while you gather everything for us.
The older man nods with a smile as he ventures into the back, gathering the items you bought and the remaining gold he owes you for selling him your items.
550 gold, 6 potions of healing, and the scroll that may or may not work. Enjoy your potions, everyone.
I carry my potion, handing the others to the others, and handing the scroll carefully to Bill. Then I walk out of the Emporium, waving goodbye to the kind old man.
Well, Torvald, I don't know about you, but I feel like we've earned a good rest. Let's find a place to lay down and whatnot. We'll make our way to Tennis City tomorrow because the sun will set soon, and I don't want to risk a nighttime ambush, you feel me?
Don't worry, Billy boy, I feel ya. Pastini yawns and rests on Torvald's shoulder as they walk around.
I can relate to being tired, Pastini. I think I see a inn. Let's get some food and rest.
All right, you all venture into the inn, where a lady is behind the counter. She is registering guests in the logbook. She sees you all and smiles softly.
Hello, young ones. I assume the 4 of you need rooms.
Oh yes, ma'am, we most certainly need rooms. How many do you have left?
Well, sweetie, we have a few rooms left. We have some rooms with 2 beds, too, if you want to save on coin.
All right, that sounds good. We'll do that. 2 rooms that have 2 beds, please.
That'll be 2 gold sweeties. Sleep well. You'll have a nice hot meal waiting for you when you awaken. It's my personal favorite recipe as well.
I take my key and decide to take Pastini with me up to one of the rooms, leaving Rixlow and Amiro together in the other room.
Yes, we're sleeping together, Rixlow. Hope you don't snore. I take my key and chat with Rixlow for a while. Before we head to the room.
All right, guys, the session is over. I've got everything set up to play Monopoly. Michelle's making muffins, and we've got all night for the viewers. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. Session 3 is being planned already, and I'm genuinely excited to show all of you what I have planned